Yo, what's good? So, you're here because you want to try to get better at Street Fighter. Let me first off say I am a casual fighting game player who's trying to get better, and so in trying to do that, I've picked up Kimberly as my main, and I've been going through the combo trials for her. Then as I've been going through the combo trials, I've learned that there's actually quite a bit of stuff to the Street Fighter combo system that I didn't actually know existed. And so I wanted to try to create a series of videos for people who are trying to go through the same thing and try to get better at the game as well, and just kind of explain what I'm doing or what I noticed needed to be done in the combo trial in order for you to complete it. There's certain basic things that this game, even though this is probably like the most casual, new player friendly fighting game I've ever played, but within that, there's still a lot of stuff that this game assumes that you know. And specifically in the combo trials, if you don't know that, you're not going to be able to complete it. So with that said, let's jump into the practice. So one of the first things you're going to want to know about is this thing called chaining and linking. So these are kind of like the basics of building a combo in Street Fighter. Chaining is essentially two or more moves that go together where one of the previous moves is canceled and the newer move kind of overwrites the animation for that. The light punch and light kick are the things that can like chain very easily. So for instance, with Kimberly, this light punch is chaining, and so on the left you can see that it's creating a combo, and this is because of the chaining. You can do light punch into a light kick, and that gives us like a very easy 3-hit combo, and that's because these moves are chaining off of each other. But say we tried to do heavy punch and a heavy kick, these things don't chain together, so we're not able to create a combo out of these things because they're not chainable, but they're potentially linkable. And so what linking is that if you do two consecutive moves, after the animation of the first move completes, depending on your timing, you could potentially be able to link those two moves together and still pull out a combo. We'll try to do an example of linking two moves together. So do medium kick, heavy kick, medium kick, heavy kick, and I tried to do heavy punch and I couldn't get it because it's not chainable. So we do medium kick, and then we're able to link it by waiting until the heavy kick's animation finished, and in timing the heavy punch, there's like a small window of time after the heavy kick landed that we're able to do the heavy punch input and still have it connect, and then that gives us somewhat of a combo. So if we see that again, so we do medium punch into drive rush, heavy kick, wait for our time to be optimal, and then we'll do our heavy punch. So there we can see that we had a 3-hit combo, so we're able to link these moves together that are otherwise not chainable. Chaining and linking are two things that you're going to have to understand going through the combo trials. Some moves are chainable, some moves are linkable. So the next thing we're going to talk about is this idea of canceling. I mentioned canceling in the chaining section of this video, and so canceling is going to require us to do inputs before the animation of our previous input finishes. We're going to overwrite that input with some other input. So a lot of times you'll see this thing called special cancel where you'll do a normal, so like a standing punch, a standing kick or something like that, and you'll do that into a special move, and that special move's input is going to match the same input that you did to do that normal, but you're going to keep the motion input going to complete the special. And so the special input is going to override that normal input, and so you'll get the normal attack plus the special. For instance, in Street Fighter, there's this concept of target combos, and target combos rely on canceling. And so it's just a series of inputs. So for Kimberly, it's going to be light punch, medium punch, heavy kick. And so if we just do that, right, so we got a 4-hit chainable combo by canceling previous attacks and then doing her combo. So we can do a special cancel. So we do crouching medium into a quarter circle forward, any punch. We can do an example of a special cancel. So crouching medium, and then boom, right there. We're able to cancel into a special move. And so in the combo trials, we're going to have to do stuff like this in certain cases to do some of the combos that are requested of us. And the last general thing that I want to talk about in this video is that there's actually shortcuts for inputs that we can do. And then in the combo trials, it's not going to tell you that you can do these things. It's just going to say, hey, during a jump, do certain motion input. And it's going to be hard to do that in a lot of cases. You're just not going to have the reaction time you're gonna have to wait for animations to finish, and by the time animations finish, you're not gonna be able to do like jumping and then like quarter circle forward, for instance. To do her kind of air command grab, so I'm jumping, doing quarter circle forward in the air, and then so if the CPU is jumping, if we jump and do quarter circle forward, we can catch him in the air like this. And it's not so bad, but we can also do a shorter input. So from the ground, we can go immediately into her air grab. You just gotta time it right. So from the ground, we can immediately jump into that by doing a shorter input. And so what I'm doing is actually doing quarter circle forward and then going a little bit towards up forward, and then also doing like a punch input. And turns out that this is a shortcut for jumping into the air and then doing, oh my goodness, jumping into the air and doing quarter circle forward. We're gonna have to kind of know that there exists the ability to do shortcuts in certain cases that we're gonna need to take advantage of if we want to be able to complete some of these combo trials.